You work and work for years and years, you're always on the go. You never take a minute off, too busy making dough. Someday you say you'll have your fun when you're a millionaire. Imagine all the fun you'll have in your old rocking chair. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. The years go by as quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. You're gonna take that ocean trip, no matter come what may. You've got your reservations and you just can't get away. Next year for sure you'll see the world, you'll really get around. But how far can you travel when you're 6 feet underground? Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. The years go by as quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Here's this nice moment. Here's my favorite moment in that song with the chords. It goes, I didn't really accentuate that enough, but it's beautiful. Thank you, Carl Sigman, 1948. Carl Sigman for writing this song. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Words by Herb Magidson and music by Carl Zigman. And it's a nice little ditty. Um, Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. That's the moment. Then later, enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Than you think. I don't know why that sounds so nice, but I love how that sounds. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. In the pink, that means you're healthy. We learned when we looked that up a few months ago. The years go by as quickly as a wink. As quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Oh, wah, wah. Enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Seize the day, carpe diem. Do all you can do today because tomorrow is not assured. On the other hand, today is not assured either, so I don't know what to tell you. There are no guarantees in life, but there are warranties. As long as you fill out that card and you send it in. A lot of people, when they get that new appliance, they don't do it. You don't, you got the box with the packing peanuts and the instruction manual, and you're excited to get the new appliance or the new toy or the new gizmo out of the box and start using it. Or in my case, you're filled with dread, fear, and anxiety about whether you're going to be able to use it and get it going properly. But in any case, with all of that emotional maelstrom going on, you don't fill out that card. There is a warranty card in there, and you got to fill it out and send it in. Maybe this entire subject is anachronistic because you can just go online and fill it out. Life can turn on a dime. Jack Lemmon. Thank you, Karen. The song fills me with terror. Enjoy it. Yeah, it's a horror. It's a horror song. You've heard of horror movies. This is a horror song. Imagine how much fun you'll have in your old rocking chair. Enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Enjoy. The only thing sure is a microphone, says Richard. Yes, Shure. That's the nice brand of microphones and audio equipment. How is everyone doing this evening? Nice to be here. Nice to have you. I'm sitting on this side of the room. Usually I'm on that side of the room, or I'm out there on that porch. Today I'm sitting right here because I have a very special guest on the show tonight, who's joining me here on the couch. And Hildy, I'm going to give you a hint. Hildy is my Ed McMahon tonight. She's the Ed McMahon to my Johnny Carson. She's the what's his name to my Conan. What's that guy's name? That really funny comedian. That's shameful that I'm spacing out on his name, but he's a great sidekick. La 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 la. Yes, Karen, you guessed it correctly. Welcome to the No-Show. Here, let me just do this before I welcome my guest. Welcome to the No-Show. I am Ethan Hirschenfeld. You can read my name right there, Ethan Hirschenfeld. And you can also point at it from this side, Ethan Hirschenfeld. And this is the No-Show. Welcome to the No-Show. It happens every night at 9 p.m. Oi, 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 vey. Hello, Leslie. Bonsoir, Leslie. And you're telling me that you guys have COVID. That is terrible. I'm very sorry to hear it. Oi, oi, oi. Well, I hope you get well soon, and I hope the symptoms aren't too terrible. I'm sorry to hear it. A lot of people are getting it this season. Oy, okay, I hope you're doing all right in spite of it. All right, let me introduce my first guest. You know her from The Dog Run. You know her from her stand-up comedy special, her One Dog special, her One Dog show. You know her from her sitcom, but she didn't. It's not just a sitcom. She also has a stay com, a com, and a heel com. So she's a veteran of various types of three-camera TV shows, and she's also released several albums. She's one of the great divas of the last 20 years. I wouldn't call her a recording artist because she is more of oh my God, hey Leah, so nice to meet you and this evening, and hello Mary in Chicago. Welcome to the No-Show. I'm so thrilled that you found me, Leah. That's impressive. I met this lovely couple and their kids and their beautiful dog Oski on the beach this evening, and I threatened to speak about them on the show tonight, and here I am. I got to give you just to give you the full effect. I'm going to give you just one verse of the song because I open the show with a song, and then I will. Hey Mimi, thank you for joining. So I open the show with a song, and I'll give you one verse of it. Tonight the song was "Enjoy Yourself, It's Later Than You Think." Enjoy Yourself, It's Later Than You Think from 1948, and it's sort of supposed to be a Carpe Diem song, but it's also apparently a terrifying horror song because as much as people tell you to carpe the diem, a lot of times you just sit on your butt and you don't, and then the song brings out some horror. You work and work for years and years, you're always on the go. You never take a minute off, too busy making dough. Someday you say you'll have your fun when you're a millionaire. Imagine all the fun you'll have in your old rocking chair. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. The years go by as quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. There it is. That was verse one with the coda. Just wanted to give my new friends the full brunt of the show experience, the No-Show experience. Okay, here we go. I'm going to introduce you to my first guest. Usually on the show, since about 6 months ago, It's more of a solo show, but here we go. All right, you know her from stage and screen. Here she is, Fafi. Fafi, say hello. I guess first of all, people want to make sure that you're doing okay. I told them that you'd been in a little bit of an accident the other day. Hey, Dave in L.A. Thank you, Mary in Chicago. This is Fafi Fafner. She will be 14 Christmas time. Fafi is such a champ of a dog. She's just a sweet creature. She is a Chihuahua mixed with a Shih Tzu, according to what we were told when we got her 13 years ago or so, or 12 years ago. Fafi, do you have something to say? Are you reading? Fafi's reading the comments. Any Karen says you're a natural like Betty White. What do you have to say? She says thank you. So Fafi is doing fine. She's her old self, except her hind legs are still recovering. I feel like she just thought she heard something or saw something. She has the ears of Yoda, and she has the fused wrist. Her wrist is fused, which makes it when she waves. It's just there's none of this action. It's just this action. All right, we're gonna put her down. Okay, Fafi, you can go sit next to Hildy again. I'll show you Hildy also. Here's Hildy, who's just in the Ed McMahon position. There's Hildy, keeping guard. That's what's happening. Maybe Fafi will come back later on the show and do it. We also have Gornamonts sitting right across from us, so it's a whole pack. All right, so yeah, I'm going to New York tomorrow. I haven't been in a few weeks, and I'm bringing Fafi with me. She's gonna do some of her recuperating in the Big Apple, because we have just wonderful specialists. There's really highly specialized care available in New York for humans, canines. No, we're not actually going because I'm not taking her there because of the specialists. I'm taking her there because it's a heavy lift here to have all three dogs, with one of them at the moment being special needs, and then also I'm going to be able to just take care of her one-on-one while I'm in New York. Anyway, that's the story. Thank you everybody for your good wishes for Fafi's recovery. Thank you. Woof. Yes, Hildy is very chill at the moment. Here, I'll give you another close-up of what's going on with that. That's a nice two-shot. Got the nice two-shot. Guys, say hi. Anything? And there's, I'll show you. There it is. On this chair. Quartermonths. That's it. That's what's going on. Pack. All three of them. Okay, maybe we'll do another song. Oh, so let me tell you a little bit about all the people I met on the beach tonight. I met this wonderful couple. They're with their kids and their lovely dog. And I met another guy who's a local guy, an engineer, and his wife who's an educator. And then I met this other woman and her lovely dog, and she's a nurse. And the dogs were romping, and everybody was getting along. Everyone was playing nicely. All right. Let's do another song. I just got a little allergic. I don't know why that happened, but I haven't done any of this in a while. I'm just throwing caution to the wind when it comes to the question of copyright or public domain. You know I can't be found. That's a mishearing from my childhood. You know I can't be found. In fact, it's you know I can be found. That's the lyrics. But sometimes the muscle memory from basically 50 years ago when I was listening to this song on an 8-track can be found. This is a 1956. Otis Blackwell and Elvis Presley. Can't spell Gesundheit. You know, there was a movie, David Mamet movie starring Alec Baldwin that was in about the year 2000. I think it was called State and Maine. And in it, there's a great joke about an internet startup company that has a crazy name that's just really long and hard to spell, and the product placement of that name within a kind of colonial setting in the movie within the movie. But that reminded me, there was actually in that .com boom, that crazy, ridiculous flourishing of all those businesses in 99, 2000, there was a company called Gesundheit. They thought this was a good, funny, clever idea. They called themselves Gesundheit. They misspelled it in some weird way. And I think it was a healthcare company. Look it up. I'm not making this up. Look it up immediately. You know I can be found sitting home all alone. Gesundheit. That's correct. Gesundheit, health. If you can come around, at least please telephone. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Baby, if I made you mad for something I might have said, please let's forget the past. The future looks bright ahead. Don't be cruel. I need you to go ooh ah ooh. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. I don't want no other love, baby. It's still you I'm thinking of. Don't stop thinking of me. Don't make me feel this way. Come on over here and love me. You know what I want to say. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Why should we be apart? I really love you, baby, cross my heart. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Thanks for all the ooh-ahs in the chat. I don't want no other love, baby, it's still you I'm thinking of. All right, well, there's a little bit of that's, I'm not doing it justice, but it's like think of it as a kind of reference to the song. I gave it a crack. I took a crack at it. I tried to say I took a crack at it, but I accidentally almost said I took a crack addict. See, once again, I've proven this many times in the last few weeks since the debate on June 27th. I proved once again that I am not fit for the Oval Office cognitively. Instead of saying I took a crack at it, I almost said I took a crack addict. That's a problem. Maybe we should find some more Elvis. Oh, this is a really super schmaltzy. Oh, thanks. Thanks for that kind assessment. This one is schmaltz. This is high schmaltz. This is the highest rung on the ladder of schmaltz. Night and you and blue Hawaii. The night is heavenly, and you are heaven to me. Lovely you and blue Hawaii, with all this loveliness, there should be love. Come with me while the moon is on the sea. Something like that. The night is young, and so are we. The night is young, and so are we. I think that might be the corniest thing. That's probably the corniest thing one can say in an effort to woo someone. The night is young, and so are we. Night. The night is young, and so are we. Dreams come true in blue Hawaii, and mine could all come true this magic night of nights with you. Dreams come true in a blue Hawaii, and mine could all come true this magic night of nights with you. Blue Hawaii. All right, that's Blue Hawaii. Oh my gosh, that's an older song than I thought. Blue Hawaii, 1936. 1936, Blue Hawaii. Words and music by Leo Robin and Ralph Ranger. Now, Ranger is spelled Rainger. Let's give this guy his dues by spelling his name. As someone who's had my name misspelled in bizarre ways, oh, that brings me to Leah, who I met tonight. I told Leah and Carter this very story. Oh, was that last song, Nuro? Was that also a Carpe Diem song? Was that another song about the terror of how short life is? Night and you and blue Hawaii. I guess it is a time is fleeting, tempus fugit song. Okay, so Ralph Ranger. Oh my gosh, what a short life that guy who wrote Blue Hawaii. He lived from 1901 to 1942. He barely made it to 41 years of age. What the hell happened to him? He was an American composer of popular music, principally for films. He was born Ralph Reichenthal. Ralph Reichenthal. We were talking about this the other day. People who change their names, like if you change your name from Goldstein to Gladstone or Goldstone. Like you're not quite changing it, or from Cohen to Kahn. You're not really going under deep cover. But this guy, he went for it. He went from Reichenthal to Ranger, but he misspelled Ranger, which is kind of a giveaway. Anyhow, he studied piano at a young age. He got a law degree from Brown University. He prepared piano rolls between 1922 and 28 for Ampico. The piano rolls were those things where I guess you would hire a pianist to play the thing that would then turn into that roll, which was the recording, so then a player piano could play it. Then he had his own band. His first hit was called Moanin' Low, for a review called The Little Show. That's kind of like the nosho, which is this show you're watching right now. Oy vey. This is why he died so young. He died in a... Oh, Ranger paid 1 year's tuition fees to the Austrian composer Schoenberg in advance so that Schoenberg could pay for the transportation of his belongings to Los Angeles from Paris in 1933. Wow. He helped Schoenberg get to Los Angeles. But Ranger died in a plane crash near Palm Springs in 1942. He was a passenger aboard American Airlines Flight 28, a DC-3 airliner that was involved in a mid-air collision with a U.S. Army Air Corps bomber. A mid-air collision. When does that ever happen? That's crazy. No, he died from in a plane crash. My God. He was survived by his wife, Betty, an 8-year-old son, and 2 daughters, 5 and 1. Betty sued American Airlines later and won a substantial judgment in 1943. But originally in the coverage, the crash was not acknowledged. Ay, ay, ay. That is horrible. That's what we learned. Ralph Ranger. All right, who was the other composer of that song? Leo Robin. Let's look up Leo Robin. Songwriter. There he is, American songwriter. Wow. Oh, that's the guy we looked at him before. His photo is incredible. You got to look up Leo Robin, Leorobin, Leo Robin on Wikipedia. This photo is incredible. What a face. He's holding a pipe. He looks like a bar mitzvah boy, but he's holding a pipe. American composer. He lived to the age of 84. From Pittsburgh. He also went to law school. Maybe law school leads one to a good songwriting career. His first hits came in 1926 with the Broadway production of By the Way. And then the follow-up, As I Was Saying. No, it's not As I Was Saying. I just thought By the Way as a title, that would be like, it's an unlikely title. His principal collaborator was composer Ralph Ranger, who we just read about. And they were writing hit duos for films. They were the leading film songwriting duos, among the leading film songwriting duos of the 30s and 40s. They're writing over 50 hits. Okay, these guys were a hit factory. My gosh. Oh, so here's what I wanted to tell you quickly. I told this to the people I met on the beach tonight. The first time I got a review, I got a review in 2002. In 2002 in the New York Times for an opera called Wenji, 18 Songs of a Nomad Flute. Wenji, Wenji. You can look it up in the New York Times. Wenji, 18 Songs of a Nomad Flute. By Bunching Lam, Lam. Bunching Lam is the composer. The New York Times, it was a mixed review. They said some nice things about, well, it was a mixed review for me. They said some nice things about my singing. They said some critical things. But very memorably, they called me Hirschenfeld correctly in the article and in the caption, I think, to the photo. Great photo. But later in the article referred to me as Hirschenberger. Hirschenberger. Maybe it was Hirschenberg. The name is Hirschenfeld. But the New York Times, so I happened to have the email address for Salzberger, the owner of the Times, through some other circumstances. I had the guy's email. And I emailed him. And he actually wrote me back. And my email said, you know, Salzburger, yeah, you know this story, Leah, because you just heard it tonight. I said to Salzburger, I might expect that in some podunk backwater paper, your writers or editors would be flummoxed by a very Hebraic family name like Hirschenfeld. But the New York Times, I think you guys, and your name is Salzburger. So, I think you guys, of all people, should be able to handle a nice, you know, 11 letter German Jewish last name without changing it around, misspelling it, and flubbing it. I said it in a cheeky, friendly way. And he wrote back and he said, oh, yeah, sorry. He said something friendly and apologetic. And then they published a correction the next day. Hirschenberger needs ketchup. Very good, Mary. Exactly. Hirschenberger. I think they may have said Berger. A Bergian slip. Funny. Yeah. Anyway, that was the story of. I was reminded of that because of our friend Ranger, who misspelled Ranger when he took on the new last name. Night and you and blue Hawaii. La 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 la. Leah, I was just thinking the same thing. I think my telling of the story was funnier on the beach. It was a little pithier. Also, there was waves and a sunset. It was a little bit more conducive to spinning a yarn. It had a better humidity. There was a better breeze for storytelling. Yes, Mary says. Mary, our friend Mary in Chicago, says, I would hate to be publicly critiqued. Absolutely. That was an interesting thing. You kind of get used to it. So in the, 15 years or so that I was singing in places where I was getting reviews, I would read them. And if it was not nice, it was hard to take. And if it was nice, you're very quick to quote it and put it out there on social media, such as it was back then. Yeah. Oh, I have more tales of dealing with critics, but we'll do those another time. I have a tale from Milwaukee when I was sitting in Milwaukee in a hotel room after singing. And then I saw a review from something I had sung in New York and the way I dealt with that. If someone cues that up at some point and reminds me, I'm going to tell that story. Okay, here comes the outro. Every night I close the show with a song. For 6 months, it was Always by Irving Berlin. But then I switched recently. Here's our outro, which was written by a guy who did his work right here on Cape Cod, at least part of the time. Harry Woods, 1927, Side by Side. 1927, Side by Side, Harry Woods. Words and music by Harry Woods. Oh, we ain't got a barrel of money. Maybe we're ragged and funny, but we travel along, singing a song side by side. Don't know what's coming tomorrow. Maybe it's trouble and sorrow, but we'll travel the road, sharing our load side by side. Through all kinds of weather, what if the sky should fall? Just as long as we're together, it doesn't matter at all. When they've all had their quarrels and parted, we'll be the same as we started, just a traveling along, singing a song side by side. I'm going to do the bridge one more time, or whatever it's called. Through all kinds of weather, what if the sky should fall? Just as long as we're together, it doesn't matter at all. When they've all had their quarrels and parted, we'll be the same as we started, just traveling along, singing a song, side by side by side by side by side by side. Oh yeah. La 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 la. I didn't think Side by Side was going to be such an effective lullaby, but it put the dogs all to sleep. Okay, thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you for your eyes and your ears and for all of your sense organs and all of your organs. Thanks, Don. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Leah and Carter. Thanks, Richard, Neuro, Karen, Blue Lady, McJet, Leslie. Feel better, Leslie and David. Oh my God, feel better. Lots of liquids. You don't need my advice, but thank you, Mary. Thank you, Richard, Neuro, Leslie. Did I miss anybody? If I missed anybody, please accept Dave in LA. Thank you, Dave in LA. You say potato. I say patata. You say tomato. I say tomato. Hey, Mimi. That's right. Hello, Mimi. Thanks again, Mimi. All right. Jill. Hey, Jill. Thank you very much for the kind words and wishes for the pup. All right, everybody. Great to see you. Thanks for being here. And I will see you tomorrow night, every night at 9. If you enjoyed this, please do all that magic and share the link with someone who needs it, someone who will enjoy it. Okay, thanks. Good night.